difficulty that we sometimes have with things like life insurance is that there can be terminology in them, in the policies and the terms and conditions, that can feel a little bit head scratchy. And that can happen for anybody. So I work specifically in the protection insurance space, which is specifically life insurance. And there's times that I speak to other people in the finance world, people in mortgages, in pensions, investments, and they're also kind of sat there thinking, I'm not sure how this works, at times. So just like anybody else, even if you're not in the insurance or the finance world, please don't worry if you don't understand all the terminology, because we even get that within our own industry. But a key thing with life insurance is that it's very straightforward in the grand scheme of insurances, in the sense of it does exactly what you would expect it to. Life insurance is there so that if you do pass away, then your loved ones, your next of kin, will receive a sum of money to help them cope with the financial knock-on effect of you no longer being with them. Now, what can be quite tricky with life insurance is that it comes with something extra known as terminal illness benefit. And the tricky thing with this is that sometimes people get this confused with critical illness cover. And when I say sometimes people, I'm saying consumers, so people who are wanting to take out the policy, but also sometimes advisors. So it's really clear to be on top of knowing that terminal illness cover is not critical illness cover. So it's not going to be paying out on diagnosis of certain sets of conditions. Terminal illness cover is a specific kind of extra built into life insurance that basically says if you are diagnosed with a condition and you are told that you have less than 12 months left to live because you are terminally ill, then the insurance will pay out early so that those last few months that you have can be as comfortable as possible financially, and the financial worries can go and you can just really focus on your health. Now, to add to the even extra potential confusion with this side of things is that terminal illness isn't exactly what the insurance world names it as at times, because this policy and this aspect of it has been in place for decades without really being updated. And the difficulty is that there's a lot of conditions that 40 years ago, 50 years ago were a terminal illness, whereas now with all the advances that we've had in medical sides of things and developments and diagnoses and treatments, they're not necessarily terminal anymore. And it's very, very tricky actually to get a situation where a specialist will say that somebody has a terminal illness, but gives that specific definition of saying that they have less than 12 months left to live. So it is there, it isn't critical illness cover, and it can be quite tricky to claim on, but it's really important to know that it is there and to make sure that if you are in a situation where you've been given such a diagnosis, that you do potentially try and investigate whether or not you can claim on your policy earlier than what you might expect to.